Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to the channel. Let's go over some beginner-friendly apps. We have iMovie, CapCut, Canva, and we have InShot. Okay, these apps do have free versions, but they're also an in-purchase version. This one is new to me, the Final Cut Pro for iPad. I'm gonna go ahead and download iMovie since iMovie does come with your phone. So if you have an iPhone, then you should already have iMovie and you can use this. It is beginner friendly and it's just easier for you to kind of maneuver before you get into the other apps that can be a little bit overwhelming. Now, like I said before, these other apps, they do have free versions, but the ones I use, I always purchase because you get more bang for your buck. All right, so once you download it, you want to have, the app to get all access to your photos and videos so that way you can, create the movie that you want to upload onto YouTube. Okay, so once you have your photos or videos selected, I'm going to show you where you can add more photos and more videos by using the plus sign that was in the top right. You can also add text in here, and you can also add transitions, which I am getting ready to show you right now. The transitions can, scroll from left to right, up and down. They also have dissolve. So just play around with it and see exactly how you want your video to be displayed. As you can see here, I had to highlight the actual video that I want to add text to, and you are limited far as like the different fonts. But like I said, when it's free version, you're only going to get but a little bit of the fonts, whereas the other apps do provide more fonts and colors and blocks and all types of, pretty typewriting transitions. So this is what we're going to get right here. So I like Focus. It's, very cute and elegant. It's aesthetic. But if you're not worried about aesthetic, then you can just choose which one you like, whichever one is your preference. You can also make thumbnails out of here. Now, this thumbnail was done on a different app that I'm going to show you a little bit later, but just wanted to let you know that you can do thumbnails off of here. You can do voiceover recordings just like how I am doing right now. And you can also move your clips around. So just in case you don't remember the order, you can always just rearrange it. You can cut in between the clips to shorten it, to make like your very beginning intro like a shock value, like what's going on, what's getting ready to happen in the video. But just wanted to share that part with you. Again, just play around with it and see what you like. You can also add music on here. I use Epidemic Sound. It is a monthly payment. It's around $18. It is expensive, but it does have over thousands of music to add. But if you use the music that's here in iMovie, it's a bit like, I don't know, corny music. So I don't really like it. But you can use SoundCloud. There is a payment on that one, but at least SoundCloud has artists that you are familiar with. Drop down in the comment section below and let me know, do you have an iPhone or an Android, and are you going to use their free version app? All right, so now let's transition over to CapCut. There is a free version, but I use the monthly payment of $9.99, which is a pro, and you just get more bang for your buck. You can get all the transitions and you can just get very creative with CapCut. So that's what I like it. And I also use Canva, which is a paid version. I think it's around $14. This is where I make a lot of my thumbnails, and sometimes I transition them over to CapCut because I like their fonts better. But I like Canva because they do have a free version, but I love the fact that it's just more that you can do over here with the transitions and positions and fading, like everything. You can also make your banner, your YouTube banner. This is my YouTube banner right here. So you can be very creative. Again, these apps do cost, but it is better to get the paid version if you can. but I was paying these even before monetized. So I was the type of person who just liked to invest in my business because I knew later down the line, it would work for me. So I like it. But do I like having almost $50 coming out of my paycheck? No, but it does what it's supposed to do, and I love it. All right, so with Canva, it looks like I just skipped over CapCut, but in Canva, you can get thumbnail ideas. You don't have to worry about the sizing because it's already pre-sized for you. All you have to do is pick whichever thumbnail that you want, and you can just add your picture in it. Like it, you can just be so creative. Like if you don't know how to create thumbnails, like you can always just go to Canva and get very creative with their thumbnails that they already have. All you gotta do is replace the picture, put your own wording in it, and that's it. But if not, there's a simpler way to do it, just in case you might get overwhelmed with all of the thumbnails that have been created. You can just type it in the search bar and it'll give you whatever: vlogging, exercise, any type of thumbnail, any niche. Just type it in and it will give you thumbnail ideas. All right, so right now I just embedded a picture and I want to remove the background. So in order for this to be crystal clear, like the way you see it, is that the background has to be plain. You cannot be sitting in a chair because it's going to grab parts of the chair and add it, and you don't want that. So plain background with nothing distorting it, and then there you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is play around with it so that you can see a little bit of how it is done. So if I want myself to pop and not those candles, I can always fade it by clicking on the image of the candles and blur it out. So that's the airbrush. But if I want the intensity, I can blur it out and then my actual body will pop, you know? So that's cute, right? All right, so now let's move on to my number one favorite, which is CapCut. One thing about CapCut, it does house it. All of these apps can house all of your videos, but make sure that you go back and delete the older ones because if you have 20 of them, they will take up a lot of storage. So make sure you are deleting the old ones. All right, so as you can see, this was my thumbnail on my grocery haul. I can do a thumbnail right in here, take a screenshot, and boom, there you go. Add some text and go about my business, right? So all I did was just add the little clips here and that's it. You see everything from the cut audio, add text. I'm going to add hello gorgeous. It's just that I get so many fonts, styles, effects, um, animations. I can get bubbles, presentations. Everything to me is lovely about CapCut. Canva is good too because you can do video format. It doesn't always have to be thumbnails. Like with my fitness videos. Welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Tamika. Video, but I just removed all of the background, the green screen, and that's how it's able to just do the countdown on its own. I don't do the music in here because I tried it and I ended up getting copyrighted. So it's best to do your own copyright music from like Epidemic Sound, or just don't put music in there at all if you're not ready to make that monthly payment. Here I am going to add sound effects like a typewriter, like a keyboard type. You can just add that in. Make sure it is aligned. Welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Tamika. She is Tamika and Tamika is she. Hey. Typewriting sound. Let me know which app interests you or if you're going to use the free version. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye, gorgeous.